Hello everybody, my name is Pam. This is going to be a shorter video. I'm going back to school, so I don't have too much time to make videos, but I want to try and keep the weekly schedule, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, today I'll be redrawing one of my oldest OCs and then showing you how I redesigned her. These drawings were from 3 or 4 years ago. I'll be using them as a reference for this redraw, so I guess I'll get started then. This OC of mine is named Lexi. Lexi is an OC that I created for an Undertale fanfiction. I know. At the time, I was obsessed with Undertale and always thought I would be. I constantly listened to the soundtrack while doing homework or whatever. I played the game inside out looking for all the secrets and watched other people that got things I couldn't get or didn't have the time to get, I guess. I would consider myself a weird Undertale player. I say that because I really liked playing the genocide route. It's a little weird. I know it's not rewarding, it takes forever to do, but I still love it. I love the challenge of it. I never played first-person shooters, and when I started to, I never got good at them, but I felt like I could beat the genocide route. I remember spending hours and hours and hours trying to defeat Undyne, and then, oh my gosh, I must have taken like 30 hours of constant playing to beat Sans for the first time. You get to that point where he doesn't tell you what time it is, and just seeing that over and over and over again, it's like, oh, it was aggravating, but it was still worth it. It was the greatest feeling actually beating him, and then I'd get really sad once the adrenaline went away and I realized he was going to die. I think the adrenaline was still worth it and I kept going. I did it 2 more times after that. And after that point, I kind of think that Undyne's fight is harder because it's a little more random than Sans' fight. I don't know, I'm not going to get any more into that. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear about that. So, after doing it 3 times, I stopped. I think I only did the pacifist ending once. It just takes too long. I don't like how long the battles pan out when you have to spare them. I get too much aggravation from waiting for Jerry to be done with all his shenanigans until he dies in the genocide route. So I can't really get through all those fights you have to do in the pacifist. Sorry, I keep getting off track. I'm sure that says some weird stuff about me, liking the genocide route, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It only gets cringier from here, folks. Lexi in the story is a character who's persistent and hides her sad feelings. She makes herself feel better by helping others. She had some supernatural abilities, if I remember correctly. She has ice powers, which also allows her to turn people's souls blue so they can't, move, box blue soul. Hopefully you do. She's also able to control how gravity affects her, meaning she's able to float in the air and jump really, really high to avoid things in battle. In the story, she was a human who was somehow put into Undertale. When she realizes she's in the game, she has cat ears and tail to look less human. I never got around to explaining that or how she gets into the game, only saying that she was a bug in the system. She's in this timeline where there's the genocide route and she tries to help in stopping Kara from killing everyone. Of course, when I say that, Sans is a big part of this story. I know it's a trope for Sans to be in the spotlight to fanfictions, but it was the only way for me to have the story be about the timelines and being in game. Wasn't gonna have Flowey be a little buddy. You definitely wouldn't give 2 farts about that. I never ended up finishing the story. I got back into writing it at some point, maybe 2 years after I wrote the first couple chapters, but then I got stuck in a part and I just stopped doing it. As stupid as the story is and as incomplete the story is, I still look back at it happily because I remember how much fun I had writing it. Trying to find new words to put in, trying to figure out new battle strategies and how to write them. It was something that was a learning process and definitely some learning curve. And I think I still became a better writer from that, so. Now, I could read this story on the channel if you guys were interested. I'll leave a poll in the corner somewhere, and we can read some fanfiction cringe from yours truly. When I went to look back at the fanfiction, I still really liked Lexi's character. This was when I started adding more to it, and I decided to draw her again. At the time, I didn't have the references I have now, so I decided to base or design her from what I saw in my head while reading it. It wasn't terribly different. I'll try to get a picture on the screen somehow. Her hair was gray instead of pink. She had black pants and red sneakers, and a new defining feature was 2 earrings in her right ear. I have another OC named Mackie, who also wears a jacket and red sneakers. I ended up changing Lexi's design in fear that they looked way too similar. And now she had a white shirt and black pants and black shoes. I changed her design one last time because I thought her clothes were too boring and that her hair was still too similar to Mackie's hair. The final version of Lexi that I'm drawing now is her current form. I know this drawing isn't great. I know I used a pen, so of course not gonna be the best thing here, but I think you still get the idea. I'll try to show another picture if I have it, so you get an even better idea. She was wearing blue overalls with white stripes, a yellowish, orangish t-shirt, and no shoes with braids. Since I showed you and talked about her physical changes, I guess I'll talk about her characteristic changes too. Currently, she is a happy, positive, bouncy character who totally ignores all the problems in the world and is positive all the time. She's an adventurist who is sometimes over her head, and she always needs the help of others around her to get out of sticky situations, figuratively and literally, I think. And then instead of her ice powers and all that fun stuff that was in her original character, she's now able to manipulate metal, since that's more aligned with my new original story I'm trying to make with her. She's currently one of the main characters of this story alongside Mackie, my other OC, in an episodic comedy where they work together to deliver packages. I won't bore you with the non-existent details, but that's what I'm thinking of. I know she's completely different from her original design, but I think and hope that that's for the better. That's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please let me know by leaving a like. Feel free to dislike this video too if you want to. But I would appreciate it if you told me in the comments what you didn't like so I can improve it for future videos. I will be trying my very hardest to making a video every Thursday. So if you want to be notified about that and watch it, then please subscribe. That would be amazing. We're almost at 10 subscribers. Isn't that just great? Anyway, sorry. Got kind of carried away with that. So I'll let you go now, and I will see you guys later. Bye!